If y'all are new here, welcome. And if you're returning, who has been here before, welcome back. And also, if you're a mod, again, welcome. But hopefully, everyone's day has been going well on this Saturday. Today, my day's been pretty well. All I've done today is relax at home. Drove the golf cart in my neighborhood around for like an hour just to kind of get it kind of whooping shape a little bit, just to kind of do like actual conditioning with it, so that way by this coming Thursday, since my boyfriend will be coming out from then to Wednesday, so from the 3rd all the way up to the 9th, that way by the time he's out here, it would be good in it, trying to not cause issues, even though it doesn't cause issues like that, but you never know what a golf cart can do. But yeah, it's just good to kind of get it worked up a little bit, just to kind of make it feel like it's not just sitting there. But yeah, as people are coming in here, though, please be aware to be respectful, because I hope I'm not going to have to put up with anyone today, because that's not my job here. My job is to entertain and have fun with you guys. That's my mod's job, though. They will be the ones who will get you, and that's why I've got them in the first place. So if we have to deal with someone, they're in front of me, so that way we don't see any issues. But yeah, man, my bangs are so thick right now. But yeah, and also, you guys, coming up on Wednesday, I just found out that Wednesday is when I will be dyeing my hair purple, so do probably be on the lookout, because let's see, because of course after today I go live on Monday next, then after that I'll be on Wednesday, so the day of, but it depends either if I will do it later on or beforehand, but you never know. But if I do go like probably a little before that happens, then you'll be able to get to see it on Friday. And so, yeah, and also that's when he's also out here, but that's like the day after he's out here. So, yeah. But anyway, that's just what's happening here. So, yeah, we're just hanging out, chilling. But yeah, like I said, if you are new, again, welcome. And if you're a returning guest who's been here before, welcome back. All we're up to right now is we're just hanging out, so feel free to ask questions. Also, feel free to like and subscribe at some point. There's no rush to that. But at some point, feel free to. And also, if you do, make sure to hit the notification bell so you won't miss any updates on this channel. Because, I would hate for some of you to not get notifications or alerts of when I'm live, but also of when things come out. So I would just hate that to happen to a lot of y'all that are subscribed to me. So, yeah, break it up. But y'all are actually gonna come with me while I get into my bathroom to get my makeup. Oh, not that little one. Just getting my makeup situated for tomorrow, since I'm going to church tomorrow. And that'll be the last week I'll be going to church for a month. Well, for the whole month of June. And then next thing I know, I'll be at church on July 13th, which is the second week of July. Just because my boyfriend will be out the first week of July, so it will just be a little bit hard to physically get out. I think I'm just gonna get the stuff I'm planning on doing. And y'all, I'm also gonna test out a lot of my new makeup too that I got this week. Yeah, because for those of you that don't know, I did show some people. I think I did. But if I haven't, then I will show it on here. But I don't want to use the, I mean, maybe I can use the entire, I'm thinking, do I want to go eyeshadow or do I want, no, we'll skip that, actually. Well, maybe, well, I don't know. Or, I don't know, or if I did, anyway, you know, I will show you guys though, because I don't think I haven't really shown you. But, so at first, the foundation, here is the Maybelline New York Fit Me foundation. It's really cool. It's a new foundation I'm trying out, so we'll see how this looks on me tomorrow. Because I had this other foundation from, I need to look at the brand of that one, but I think it's Revlon is the brand, which was the Revlon foundation. It was pretty good, but you know, it just, you know, it was, to me, it kind of felt a slight thick. Just, y'all are gonna know, because, let me just say this, a recommendation with my girls who wear makeup for occasions or to events, like church or a gathering of some kind, or if you're going out on a date with your boyfriend or husband or fiance, my recommendation is if you are gonna wear foundation, but make sure to have a foundation or get a foundation that is lightweight, well, that is not so thick where it's gonna feel like, because to me it kind of, like some parts it would kind of feel like a bit sticky to it, but also make sure you do get one that has like a pump or squeeze this thing. Make sure you do get one that has like a pump system on here, or one that squeezes out. My recommendation is to get a pump because a lot of times people that use the squirt kind that you just squeeze a little bit, sometimes those, actually I used, I think a Clinique kind, I think was the brand that I used, and there would be times that it would squirt even if I was not trying to make it squirt. So I would definitely highly recommend getting the kind that you can actually pump. So for example, you know, think about like, you know how everyone has like soaps and stuff like that have the pump and all things like that? Make sure you do kind of get something like that so it's easier to get out. But you know, it's also not going to squirt out directly. Y'all, this one does not have either of those, but this is new to me. So, you know, whenever you find one that's new, it's kind of good just to, you know, try it out, then, you know, find your method of it. So kind of what I'm thinking of doing is pouring some onto one of my beauty blenders, like not like a huge chunk, but like maybe a quarter, half, like just a medium-sized amount, and then if I need to go back to get more, I'll do the same, and then, you know, and shoot, I hope that thing broke, but no, it did not, thank goodness. And then next product I will show you guys is this is also a Maybelline New York product. Y'all, 3 of my products I've gotten are Maybelline, one's not. That's the only difference here. So this is the Maybelline New York, the Flash Lift mascara. This is new, but I did see pictures on the packaging it came in. But what's kind of cool is it gives you almost like a lash lift effect, but also it does make you look like that you are wearing, like, it kind of gives you a little bit of a fake lash effect a little bit too, because the before and afters, it's really neat. Because it just, you know, certain products have that cool, like, lifting effect that makes you look good. And so this is also waterproof from what I read. So that's a good thing. Because, you know, let's say you're in somewhere where you're starting to get hot and, you know, I'm trying to hope not for this to go directly in my face. Well, not directly, but like to where some stains are going to come out. And so, yeah. So I'll probably test this out tomorrow just to see how cool it looks. And then next thing I'll show you, this is also Maybelline New York, but this is the Sun-Kissed blush. Y'all, this is new to me. The first time I'm trying to blush. That is the that's a thing and actually this will be simple because how you make that work is you just put like a small line or two on your cheek, and then you can use a beauty blender or something else to really blend it in really good. So yeah, so and even I did see, and also when I saw this in the makeup section at Walmart, y'all, for people who also want to know place I got all the products from was Walmart. I did see, because some products at Walmart, like makeup product wise, like some of them will have like picture setups of some of these makeup products to kind of show you what they look like, to kind of give you a visual, so if you do buy it, you know kind of what it looks like and how it's kind of supposed to work. And so kind of when I did see it, it just looked really cool. And then also I got the Maybelline New York Fit Me powder, which really I thought I was grabbing a highlighter, but you know, powder is good too, because I literally have not, like, honestly, I have not worn powder probably since I first started wearing makeup, so it's probably been a while. And lastly, this is the only product that's a different brand. So this is the Profession Cosmetics. The Profession Cosmetics. Oh, hey Logan, how are you doing? Sorry, I just now spot you came in here. But yeah, this is I just told you guys. But this is eyeshadow. Y'all, I'm sold the color, I like it. And I like it because this is the shade tone, which is Spectrum. But what's kind of cool, you guys, is on each color it has its own like name in some of these. Which all of them do. It's just some are a little harder to see because it's because the lid's on it. But yeah, I like it. So yeah, I think half of these, or maybe all of these, I'll test out tomorrow for church, but I'll see. But I know for a fact the foundation, blush, probably powder, and I'll probably will use I probably will use the mascara too, just to see how that works. But yeah, we're just hanging out, y'all. So that's kind of why I just thought I'd show you guys all in between people. But Logan, I'm taken, but you can say it in a friend way. I'll tell you that. Even that's so funny. You've came in here before me, you know. But yeah. So, let me do this real quick. Let me put y'all in here. Alright, sorry y'all. Now I'm gonna kind of set it up a little bit better where it's not gonna be in the way as much. So, but yeah, I've gotta be up at 6 in the morning. Like, probably, well, mainly like 6:05 in the morning just to wake up for church. But that's because that's because I go to life group before service, in which that starts at 9. And service begins literally at 10 to 11, which is pretty good. So, yeah, so basically I'm there for like 3 to 4 hours. And so, but it's also because I kind of say 4 hours because I leave at 8:30 just to get there by 9. Or at least a few minutes close to 9. And so, yeah, so it's really good to get a lot of that game planning in just so you know how it's gonna work. But yeah, so for those of you that were coming in during that little haul, that's what those products looked like and were from. So if editors wanted to either try to find the same exact things, like if you are interested in general of looking where they're at, then you know the companies and where I got them from, so you can check it out too if you feel like it. You don't always have to. Or if it kind of gives you ideas, you know. And y'all, it's good to try out different products of some kind, because you're never gonna know if you're gonna like it, or you're like, hey, I like this is the new me, you know. So kind of the more you try it, the more you try it out, the better. And so, yeah. But it's also good here and there too to switch things up just a little, because either if you or me who noticed something, you kind of want to make a slight change. But with me, I was trying to make like a slight change to my foundation, because y'all, when I go to put my glasses on like a little bit after, it does feel a little, like some of it kind of does feel sticky-ish tone when my glasses come on directly after. But that's just because of the texture. So we'll see how these kind of do when that goes on. But yeah, so right now it's only 6:57 over here, so we're just chilling, hanging out. But yeah, so that's just what's going on. But yeah, so just what we're doing. But yeah, so anyway, this is what's going on. But yeah, so this is what we're doing. But yeah, so yeah, we're just chilling right now. What was that? But yeah, so yeah. So yeah, I thought I was hearing something next door besides the mower. Because right now, either my mom or my dad, from the sounds of it, sounds like they're mowing the backyard or around the property. And stuff like that. It's good to keep. I'm sure it's around the backyard. From the sounds of it. But you never know. But yeah, so I'll probably stay online for a little bit. Because I will be eating dinner around 7:45. But, you know. But also it depends on how many people we get in this live. Because, I mean, we do get a lot of people a lot of the times, but sometimes people just get half of all that. And so, okay. Just wanted to check something really quick, which we're good. But yeah. So. Yeah, man, my hair is so thick, y'all. Oh my gosh, hang on. Some of you that can spot this, but yeah, look, y'all. Oh yeah, look at this. Hang on. Oh yeah, look at my bangs, y'all. Like, y'all just see that. Yeah, you guys can see where my bangs are, right? Like, look. Oh yeah, like, look. Like, from here, like, if y'all were to make a line from here to here, but just going below the line, yeah, it is almost, like, a lot of them are at, yeah, y'all see why I say, whenever my bangs go up to, when they go past my brow, going about to my lid, that's when I know it's time for another trim. So, hopefully these bad boys will get, I think I'm planning on getting them trimmed probably Thursday, or not Wednesday, maybe Wednesday. Probably about the same day that I am also going, that my hair is getting a huge update as well, because like I said, I am dyeing my hair purple on Wednesday. And so, yeah, but the color of it comes in on Tuesday. Because the color that I'm doing, from the company that I saw it through, I was trying to, I mean, you can also get it at Walmart too, but when I looked it up, it was really, like, in-store, but it was online. And that thing probably only said maybe a few left in stock. And so we went to, y'all, Amazon's the next best. Amazon's pretty good about being on time, And so, yeah, so that will be coming here on Tuesday, which is this coming Tuesday. And then sometime Wednesday afternoon possibly is when I'll have that started. Sometime Wednesday is when I'll have that started. But yeah. Anyway, that's just kind of what's going on. So, yeah. But that's just kind of what you do. And I kind of want to see if I can do it. Yeah, looks like mine's a little chaotic. But yeah, y'all, usually when I go to cut my bangs, so it's usually with that, usually it's every couple months. That's kind of the best part with bangs, though, is bang trims are, they're often, but they're not, like, often where it's constantly. It's more like every couple months or so, which is a good thing because, especially with me, I keep them a little bit high up to where, like, I kind of keep maybe I want to say up to there. Like, that's a thing, though. Like, I think I want to say about there. In guessing. Just so that way they last longer. And that's good because when they are cut to about that height, my bangs will last a lot longer than it probably would be lasting for. And so That's one of the things that you definitely should know with my people who do have bangs. And if you are if you're finding them growing quicker out of the blue, and you're just trying to find a method where you can wait it for a couple months, cut them to like almost that height where they're a few inches higher than your eyebrow, but not like here, not like this, because you're look weird, but go from like maybe here to probably about here, like a few inches higher than where it's currently laying at. So like here, like towards almost the middle where all of that, so then this way you can actually see yourself and not, them drive you crazy, because it's just kind of what happens. And so yeah, but that's just that's just the thing though, when you were literally doing all that. And so yeah, crazy, but that's what goes on. But yeah, so that's just kind of one of the things y'all would need to know when it comes to just if you are looking for tips on how to keep your bangs lasting longer without having to without doing not a whole lot of trimming like every few weeks, but making it to where it's more like my range, where it's more every couple months or so. So that way it doesn't drive you insane to where you're going, why does it feel like it grows quicker? Unlike our hair does. But yeah. So and even for example with my hair, I trimmed it, like I cut it only a couple inches. Like I cut it to because even I've been letting it grow, but I've probably grown it maybe 5 to 6 inches, just to where it's like it's still long, but like in the center, so it's like medium width. Because when you are in the process of growing your hair out to a length that is a little different than you would do, sometimes even if you are doing your normal basic routines and stuff like showering when you're supposed to, or even shampooing, conditioning it, brushing it daily, doing all kinds of stuff like that. Even if we are doing all those things, your hair can find a way to form crazy matting in your own hair, and then it's just gonna drive you insane. So that's why I did it, because I had so much matting little tangles going on that were driving me bonkers when brushing. And so even for me, I just kind of knew the point. It just needed to be done, because at the end of the day, that's just not what I'm doing. In general, I'm not gonna try to put up with a ton of that. And so it's just very important to not, because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we don't want to put up with that. And so if you do something that's simple, but also that's good, that's what matters. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. It's only 7:08 and I'm yawning. Okay, great. Oh my, you just found me at the wrong time to be yawning. So yeah, pretty crazy. So yeah, and for everyone who is curious kind of what my hair looks like right now, even though when I dye it before, the last time I dyed it, which was this, which is auburn, but it's just faded and worn out just from it being done about a year ago. But I will show you guys what that looks like, which I got that done like I think beginning of last year sometime. Like sometime last year was when, I think it's sometime last year was when I did that. So let me just pull it up so you guys can see what the actual hair color was that this is supposed to be right now. But also what it did look like when it was like fresh. So for reference, let me back up so you can see. So for reference, you see how dark auburn that is? So basically it's a better shade of dark brown, but more. That's what, y'all, that's what this hair shade, like this is what my hair right now looks like. Well, technically that, but that's what you can actually see it in like right now you can actually see, you can only see it a little, like you can see it a little bit right now because of the lighting I'm in. But you can really see some of it in certain lighting. Either in like the outdoor lighting or lighting like this. Or natural lighting. That's really where you can see it. It's just different lighting perspectives, you can actually see it. Just like a smidge of it. But yeah, that was me last year when I did it though. And I decided to put on my dress and makeup just to kind of really bring it out for the picture perspective. But yeah, and so that's what my hair, which is this, looks like and what it is right now. Before I, literally before Wednesday. But maybe something I might do is do kind of like a transition kind of like thing where maybe I go into probably will go onto Canva actually. And yeah, I'll probably go into Canva and put that photo in, and then when this is fully purple, not even what this is right now, then I'll put a picture of me with that color so you kind of can see the two a little bit. But also for my reference too. Kind of like a glow perspective. Because, can do it all kinds of whatever. But, y'all, let's go. We got a like in this chat. I don't know if I've seen a like count, but y'all be tapping the likes if you haven't done that. Plus, I'm still talking to you guys because at this point I would be not going crazy, but just, so, yeah, it's just what's going on, but, so, that's just kind of what's up there, and this person, I need to do something real quick to them. But, yeah, so, yeah, I had to put this person, hang on just for a minute. But, yeah. Logan, you only are going to time out for a minute just because you were saying Olivia to me, which I am taken. And plus, I say it in my chat, but I put it in my pinned comment below that is to not be flirting with me. unless if you're Alan Watson. Unless if your name on here says Alan Watson, that's a whole different story there. But you're only gonna be mute. You're only gonna be on mute for like a minute. Nothing too serious. But it's just something just to, rethink about that for just a second. But anyway, yeah. So we're just chilling out. Y'all, if you want to ask questions, feel free to. But that's just what we do here. Is ask questions, we ask questions, we talk, have fun, and we just, we talk about the day. We all ask how our days went, or, did something happen? So, that's just kind of what you do. So, yeah. That's just kind of what you gotta do. So, it's just what we do. But yeah. And also, I will say this. For people out there who are gonna be rude and inappropriate or don't know the rule in here, either you will permanently get kicked out of the channel because I don't tolerate any sort of behavior like that. But sometimes if it isn't too severe enough, then I'll probably only let a timeout happen for maybe a short span of time. But since it's just me right now and not my mods have not been coming in here yet, then I'm right now doing all of the kicking on time at people until either one of them gets in here. And then I'm letting them doing it because, I'd rather not that be not my responsibility in here. But, yeah. And so, that's just kind of, the deal. So, yeah. But that's just what we're doing right now. We're hanging out. So, yeah. Hello. Okay, y'all, sorry. My brother was trying to break in. Well, he was fixing to break in, but luckily my door is locked, so he should not. He really should not be able to be doing that. And plus, he has nonverbal autism, and so, one of his things with his autism is he likes to now break like glass objects and like things that are non-plastic. And so, yeah. And some of my things in here are glass related, but some things are plastic. So I literally don't want him breaking into here and either trying to break or destroy or rip something in here of mine that either I paid for or I've gotten from others. Because, that's just the one thing you want to deal with. And so, yeah. But that's just kind of what you do. So, anyway, yeah. But yeah, so that's just something we do. And so, yeah. But yeah. So, anyway, I'm not doing a whole lot right now. So, feel free to ask whatever. But right now, I'm not really doing a lot. And I'm just trying to kill time a little bit. But, yeah. So, it's just kind of what's been going on there. But yeah. So, anyway. I'm probably gonna get off here so I can charge my phone. But I will come back on here on Monday. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. But also do stay tuned for if I do, which of course y'all, just so you are aware, I do still I post content, even if it's on the days I don't go live. The only thing I just say I'm off to is streaming for that day, and then I go back to it, just for medical purposes. It's good to take care of your health. Your health is really your number one priority, because for people who have medical conditions and stuff like that. But also, take care of your well-being is important. And kind of listening to yourself to see what it actually needs. But, yeah, so I will see you guys on Monday.